Hello everybody. Today I'm going to be sharing my experience using Fiverr for the very first time to purchase some game art. Now, because it was my very first time using Fiverr, I wanted to set up an experiment where I could see what different budgets can get you in terms of what sort of artists you're working with and what sort of content you can get back. Now, because I work inside of Construct 3 primarily, which is a 2D game engine, I wanted a 2D character designed from scratch with animations. And I wasn't sure what that was going to cost me. So I dug on into Fiverr. Now, before I go and I jump in and see what that was like, I did want to let you guys know I plan on giving away 2 of the 3 assets totally away for free as a big thank you for those who have subscribed to my channel so far. It always makes me smile when I see a subscription come in. So if you like this video, consider subscribing, give me a thumbs up or ringing the bell. It will make my day. So with that said, let's jump over to Fiverr and see what this was like. Okay, so on Fiverr's website, the very first thing you should know if you are going to be looking for game art is they have a whole section dedicated to it. Underneath graphic and design, go down to gaming, and then it's underneath game art. And when you come in here, you will see a whole range of pricing from as low as $5 all the way up to hundreds or even thousands. I mean, I've seen on here people offering to make an entire video game for you, which wouldn't be any fun because then you wouldn't get to make the game. But there's a lot of great stuff on here, and it kind of surprised me with how much I've scoured the internet over the years to find free artwork or inexpensive artwork that I hadn't come here yet. So with that said, I got to work searching, and I found a few different price tiers that I was willing to move forward with and give this thing a try. So the very first one that I found was Mayacon 95 for $5, which was the lowest that I found. She was willing to design a character for you and include 3 animations inside of a sprite sheet. Now, I decided for this experiment that my prompt I was going to give for each of the artists was robot. That's really it. Hey, make a robot 2D character with some animations. And I said which animations. So in this case, since there was 3, I think I asked for idle, run or walk, and jump. So I can make a little platformer with it. And my experiment with Mayacon went really well. And this second 5-star review here, that's from me. Because I thought that for $5, she did an amazing job. I actually ended up tipping her another $5. The interesting thing about Fiverr that you should be aware of that I didn't know is that when you tip, they also charge a fee for that, which was really annoying, and I kind of was upset about that, but because I feel like it should have just all gone to the artist. So I ended up spending, I think, a total of $15 on this because it's $2.50 whenever you purchase art, and then if you tip somebody, it's another $2.50 at least, and I think it goes up as you spend more in terms of what their fees might be, and I'm not entirely sure yet. So let's see what the art was that came back. This cute little guy. So for $5 plus fees, and then I tipped, I was able to get this cute robot back with these animations. I got idle, I got jump, and she even gave me a bonus walk cycle in case I wanted more or less arm movement. And this also came with all the source files. So if I wanted to edit this art, since I'm not very good at creating it from scratch, I could probably edit it to add some other features and make something really cool with it. So this is one of the assets that I'll be giving away totally for free in the link below to my itch page. Okay, so let's go on back. The second person that I worked with was probably my favorite experience because while Mayacon was really good, she largely just went and did it on her own. And that's cool. That's great. I mean, it's $5. I was like, whatever. And she said, I'll have it to you in 7 days. It was to me in 6 days. I think there was maybe 1 or 2 comments between. And then I had the art. And I was like, oh, this looks good. The next artist that I worked with was kevinmoraci, I think. But Kevin was a joy to work with. And his package that I purchased was the $15 package, which was character and 4 animations. And the 4 animations I chose, I think, was idle, run, jump, and death. So I wanted a robot character with those 4, and he had kind of a slightly different style that I was interested in seeing how that would emerge. And the communication with him was awesome. So he actually, right off the bat, he came in and he first gave me options. He said, okay, which way do you want me to go with you? All right, so he gave me these 3 different options. And these are all cute, but immediately I gravitated towards number 3. I just immediately thought about, oh, I could do some fun, like, side scroller racer or something with this guy, and there's a lot of possibilities. So I went with number 3. And then he kind of came back and he elaborated on it even further. He said, all right, well, which of these do you like? And I was like, you know what? I think I like 2, but the orange on top of the head, I'm digging that. And I said, well, maybe you could make it into like a mohawk. And he immediately came back and was like, yeah, that's a great idea. And then he gave me 4 more options for which robot with a mohawk I liked the best. And I think I went with number 2, and he did some slight edits from there. But at the end of the day, he produced and provided animations along the way of what it looked like. And here's the result. Sorry, let me throw over. This is pretty cool. I'm going to be giving this away totally for free. I hope somebody makes something really cool with it. I'm probably going to use it in a tutorial later on to do a side scroller where maybe it's one of those like ramp jumping games that you kind of keep, trying to not crash. I think he'd be perfect for that. So if you do make something, let me know. Send me a link to your itch page or wherever it is that you end up posting it. I would love to know. Okay, so now we're going to go on to the third and final and most expensive of the 3 robot asset packs which I purchased. Drum roll, please. All right, so this was from Muhammad. Muhammad did a really nice job. It was by far the most complete asset pack which I received. So with his gig, it was listed at $20, but it ended up being $110 before I even added on an additional gig extra, which brought me up to close to $145 if you count the Fiverr fees. And the reason it was that expensive was I asked for not only, custom character with, things that I was interested in, but also 6 animations. I wanted idle, I wanted run, I wanted jump, I wanted attack, I wanted hurt, and I wanted death. I wanted to have enough animations I could make a nice little fighting game with this asset pack. And he got back to me and he was very prompt in his communication, and he immediately sent me over an offer. I went back and forth a little bit. I accepted, and he got back to me, I think it was 3 or 4 days later, and this is what he delivered. So I was really pumped when I saw this. It has an immediately recognizable style. It's got that nice Illustrator vector art with nice bold colors, and I loved the color scheme. I was really digging also the multiple options of color schemes, and this guy had like a nice like Bumblebee vibe. I kind of got like an Optimus Prime vibe on this guy, and just going through them, I couldn't pick just between one. I kind of wanted all of them. So that's where the gig extra came in. And he agreed to animate all these with their own custom attack animation and just a few slight tweaks here and there. And I was really happy I went with the gig extra because I think it's going to enable me to use the pack in a more unique way. I'll be able to have a fun, maybe platformer action fighting game where you have 4 of these colorful characters that you can each play running around. I think it'll just make the game feel a lot more vibrant. So I brought all these into Construct 3 when I got the sprite package back, and let's take a look at how that turned out. All right, so let's move my mug out of the way here. Take a look at this. This turned out fantastic. So we've got idle, nice and smooth, run, jump, attack, hurt, and death. A nice set of sprite animations, and totally unique. So really, really happy with how this turned out. This was my blue guy, kind of looked like Optimus. Let's go over to our brown guy. Slightly different helmet and unique attack animation. This guy's got 2 of the pistols that he's firing, so that's pretty cool. The green guy, he's got 2 on his 1 pistol, so he's got his own little unique attack animation. Slightly different helmet as well. And then the 4th, and this one I was really loving the color picks here, which reminded me of Bumblebee, like I said. just love how this one turned out. So let's put them all right next to each other. I threw them all into the same layout inside of Construct 3 so I could see them moving all around, having fun with each other. So here's idle. Here's run. Nice jump animation. Oh, look at that. And then look at these 4 unique attack animations. I was really pumped how this turned out. Hurt and death. Okay, everybody. Well, that was my first Fiverr experience. I think I got 3 really good results at the different price points that I worked at. And I really enjoyed going through the process and working with the artists. So thank you to all the artists that I worked with, who I mentioned in this video. And if you guys are watching, please consider going and supporting them by working with them to commission some art. Now, at the 3 different price points, I really think that I got some good value. At the lowest one, I got a really cute platformer robot that had a few nice animations along with the source files. At the $15 mark, I got a really interesting experience of getting to work with Kevin, who provided concepts along the way that I got to choose between and felt like I was a part of at the end. And that one also, I think, turned out really well with the 4 animations. I plan on maybe doing like a racer side scroller or something with that asset. If you guys make anything with it, definitely tell me. And then the third and final pack was by far the most complete. I mean, it had 4 different colored robots. It had 6 animations. I can use it in all sorts of different ideas I have in my head. Probably use it for some sort of like platformer fighter. I would love to be able to tinker with like multiplayer using these 4 characters. And I will make that one also available on itch. I will charge a small fee for that one, and it'll be a way for you guys to support my channel, and it'll let me purchase more art from artists like those that I reviewed today. So please consider giving it a purchase, and if you do, thank you. For those of you who are seeing one of my videos for the first time, I enjoy making Construct 3 tutorials or other little game challenges, so feel free to go to my channel and check them out. Have a nice day, everybody, and thank you for watching.